I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still here with your Tuesday morning forecast. We've got a little bit of action going in the tropics, also tracking some stronger storms that could be coming through the area for later on this afternoon. Those storms will be developing this afternoon, could have some heavy downpours associated with them, also frequent lightning that potentially also cause some minor ponding on the roadways. It's still humid today, not quite as hot as the next couple days here, as we're going to be looking at temperatures eventually getting into the 90s. For tomorrow. It'll be the hottest day of the week with mainly sunny skies. And then, as I mentioned, we also are tracking the tropics, area of low pressure trying to develop off of Africa, starting to get a little bit better organized right now. And we'll take a look at that coming your way in just a minute. Threat tracker remains in the low category over the next day or two for the brief heavy downpours. Again, it'll be hot tomorrow, feeling like closer to 100 degrees when you factor in the humidity, and then more storminess in here as we go through Thursday, with the potential for some brief heavy downpours. Yesterday picked up almost 3/4 of an inch of rainfall in Eatonton. Other spots like New Bern and Havelock, just a brief heavy downpour is all we really saw, with about a couple tenths of rainfall in New Bern. That's about it. Still continuing with the flood warning in effect until further notice in Lenoir County for the Neuse River. Positive side is it's actually starting to fall. Flood stage is 14 feet, not expected to get below 14 feet until next week. And that kind of depends on how much rainfall we get, especially in that area as we head on in through Thursday and Friday. Current stage as of 5 o'clock this morning has it down to 16.9 feet. So at least it's trending in the right direction. Warm and humid scattered storms will be the case as we go on through the afternoon hours today. A couple spots maybe near 90 degrees before those storms get going. A little bit of light patchy ground fog possible overnight tonight on the warm muggy side as we clear out. And then for the day tomorrow, it looks like the hottest day of the next several. We'll be looking at temps into that mid-90 degree range. But again, when you factor in the humidity levels, it'll be feeling like closer to 100 degrees for the daytime hours tomorrow. And there's wind still out of the southwest, a little on the gusty side. High temperature yesterday, 92. That's close to where we should be for this time of year. Average is 90. So, again, we're not talking about oppressive heat. That occurred back in 1952 at 106 degrees. But we are going to start to see a little bit of a cooler weather pattern now starting to develop here for us as we take a look at your planning forecast here with the jet stream. Notice how we start to get more of a trough developing here in the east. Now, that's going to do two things. One, it's going to allow drier, cooler air eventually to get into our weather pattern here. But with these little vortexes rotating through in the flow, that is going to continue to keep it unsettled for us here. We've got one coming our way for later on today, making its way across the east here. And then as we head through Thursday and Friday, you'll notice kind of a reinforcing shot with another short wave coming into the flow here. So while we don't have a repetition of these, if you will, time after time after time, the trough definitely wants to be here in the east. And as a result, the upper level ridge backs out here off to the Texas area and then way off of the Atlantic coast. So we'll continue to watch with these showers and storms that'll be working their way through the area here. And then you'll notice by late in the weekend going into early next week, the polar vortex kind of cuts off over the Great Lakes region there. So as a result, showers and storms are still going to be in our forecast here with below normal temperatures coming our way. One of those disturbances, those short waves, are working their way through western portions of the state right now as we speak. As a result, with it coming during peak heating of the day today, we'll see those showers and thunderstorms that will be developing. Notice we see a decent amount of sunshine for the morning hours, and then we get those showers and thunderstorms 4, 5, 6 o'clock, develop inland, and then eventually march their way towards the beach by sunset. Overnight tonight, we clear out with the clear skies and light winds. Could be some low stratus and potential a little bit of light patchy fog early tomorrow morning. And then the heat of the day, as I said, tomorrow is going to be the hottest day. Future track picking up on maybe some isolated storms along the sea breeze front, but don't think they're going to be as widespread of coverage as what the model is showing. What it is also showing, though, notice in central North Carolina, west of I-95, that's the cold front that is now currently across the northern plains. That's going to be coming into our weather picture here, and as a result, kind of sticking around through Thursday and Friday with showers and storms. It'll be a pretty good bet, coming down heavy at times. So again, we'll be watching the Neuse River and the Katintia Creek to see just how much rainfall we are going to be getting into that basin there. Future track does show another potential for 1/4 of an inch to maybe a 1/2 inch as we go on through the day today, and then watch the numbers really start to total up here as we head on through tomorrow, as we do see some stronger storms that will be into the area. Meanwhile, I mentioned about the tropics are getting a little bit more active. We are investigating 98L is what the Hurricane Center has classified this as, invest area. Weak low pressure system south of the Cape Verde Islands. There's about a 24 to maybe 36-hour window where this thing potentially could develop. But even if it were to develop, it doesn't have that much of a hospitable environment as it gets out into the central Atlantic. And you'll notice a lot of the forecast models start killing it off as it gets towards the Leeward Islands here. So again, not anticipating anything to really become of this. I guess it could be named if the Hurricane Center wanted to, although again, it's kind of a disorganized mess this morning, fighting off a lot of dry air from the Saharan dust field that is out over the central Atlantic. So it's something we'll continue to track and alert you to. But again, I'm not expecting Dorian to form, or even if it does get named, to last all that long. More closer to home here, though, isolated storms are possible as we head on through the afternoon hours tomorrow. But again, they'll be few and far between. Better chance today. Now, the front comes into the area on Thursday and Friday. More cloud cover, showers and storms, a better bet in here. And then we still continue with the chance of storms as we go into the weekend, with the heat remaining up to the upper 80s, near 90 degrees as far as humidity levels are concerned. Have yourself a good Tuesday. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still.